said to him, I said, what, am I hallucinating? What? Hope you didn't see that. Let me tell you. Oops. People are nuts. Like, genuinely, some people are just nuts. Like, I just got called out by a new customer. There were some red flags earlier on, just subtle red flags, nothing crazy, but a couple things where it's like, oh, it might be a problem. Against our better judgment, mine and Cass's better judgment, we continued servicing this customer because there's been nothing ever since that initial kind of red flag. Now they go to a cottage or a trailer or something up north for the most part of the summer, and they're not home for several months out of the year. They come home for appointments and stuff like that every couple of weeks, but either way, they got security, as most do, doorbell cam, outside camera, solar camera, whatever. And I serviced that property today. Now I cut, I trimmed, I edged, and I blew everything off. Normal, right? Was the front a little dry? Yes. But with all the rain that we had the last 48 hours, it was green enough, to just kind of graze a little bit off the top. And then the back was a little bit longer. So it was, it definitely needed a cut in the back. So I did, what you normally do. And then 30 minutes later, I get an odd email, and I'll actually read it to you. It says, please explain what is going on. As you are aware, there are security cameras on my property. It has shown me that someone is using a leaf blower on the front and back of the property, yet there is nothing to show that the lawn was even cut. I received notices the moment someone enters the range of the cameras. I did not receive a notice last week that there was any lawn care performed. Respectfully. Last week was skipped. That is true. But what is also true is that I did leaf blow. I did blow everything off. And I guess the cameras didn't pick me up cutting the lawn and doing everything else. I'm kind of getting heated talking about it. I gotta calm down a little bit. But so anyways, I seen that email and I just gave him a call. And I said, hey, I just want to be clear. What's the email? What's the concern here? And this gentleman was yelling at me, questioning the fact that he basically said I didn't cut the lawn. And I was saying, I kept my composure for the first several minutes of the conversation. So I was just there literally 30 minutes ago, and I cut, I trimmed, I edged, and I blown. So you're telling me my security cameras are faulty? I'm telling you that I was physically there and just cut the lawn. And it was basically that back and forth for a few, at least a 5-minute conversation. I need water. So he basically said, I didn't see you cut the lawn, so you didn't cut the lawn. I said, I'm not here to screw anybody over. I'm not trying to pull one over on you. I was literally there 30 minutes ago and cut the entire property. Was the front a little dry? Did it need to be cut? Arguably not, but I grazed it. I set the deck high. But the back was cut. I weed whacked all your gardens down as as we agreed on. So I don't know why your cameras didn't pick me up doing that. And he was raising his voice more and more and more. So I kind of raised my voice a little bit, and I tried to, I was getting angry. And I didn't lose it by any means. I was definitely professional, but I basically said hey, look, listen, whatever it is, 50, 60 bucks, I'm not, if you don't think I cut it, I'm not going to charge you for it. But just know that I was there. Check with your neighbors. The whole neighborhood, it was quiet. The whole neighborhood heard the mower running and the weed whacker running. I said, I'm a professional service provider, hardworking, trustworthy guy, and it just not sitting with me well. So I kind of let him have it a little bit. And he, we didn't resolve anything. He basically said he still doesn't believe that I did it. So it makes me think that he's been screwed over in the past before, and he's just paranoid about it, and he thinks that I'm trying to pull one over on him. So I basically said hey, if this is the way things are going to be, then maybe we're not a right fit, because I this is how I provide for my family. I'm not screwing you out of a measly $50 or 60 bucks. I don't remember. I don't even know how much it is, but he was pissing me off. I'll tell you that. And running it all through my head again is making me get pissed off again. And I said to him, why would I blow everything off and not do anything else? Oh, I don't know. Why would you do that? I don't even know why you'd do that. I said I wouldn't. Why would I just get out, leaf blow the front, leaf blow the back, and then leave. That makes no sense. Like, I skipped last week. You didn't see me get out and blow anything. Like it doesn't make sense for them to think what they're thinking. It's puzzling. It's very puzzling. People are just weird, dude. People are just weird. My cameras didn't see you cut the lawn, so you didn't cut the lawn. I said to him, I said, what, am I hallucinating? I was physically there. So, okay, cool, your cameras didn't pick me up, but I was there. Like, I took a photo, and that photo is not going to do, it's not going to prove that I was there. It's going to prove that I was there, but the cameras with me blowing prove that I was there. And that's another thing, because I talked to Cass after I spoke with him. Like, a normal person would see the lawn service provider person, people, me, whoever, with a leaf blower and just automatically go, oh, they're there doing the lawn. Continue. What? Like, what? Dude. But instead of them thinking that, they're just like, oh, he's blowing, but he didn't cut the lawn. What's going on? Your cameras are, something's wrong with your cameras. Something is wrong with your cameras. You're telling me my security system is faulty? There's a problem with my security cameras? Yes, sir. Yeah, actually. I don't know why it didn't pick me up. And I started thinking, I go on the property on the left, and maybe it only picks up like the driveway or something. Like, I don't know. But all I know is that I cut the freaking lawn, and this dude is calling me a liar, which is not cool. And I hope that he talks to his neighbor like we're gonna talk to, they said the name. We're gonna talk to so and so. Okay, do it. I hope she heard me, because if she didn't hear me, well then I got no case. But I was there. I cut the lawn. Don't call me a liar. Like, my customers are the backbone of my business. Like, I wouldn't be able to survive if it wasn't for my customers, so I'm not going to screw them over at all. I have customers who've been with me since year one, and everybody's satisfied. This guy doesn't know me. And that's, I guess, to him, I don't know, man. I don't know. But it's upsetting, because I did have one conversation with him. And he's kind of an odd guy, but crazy. And I was thinking today, I have nothing to talk about because it's just a boring mowing day. It's not a whole lot going on. Everything's going smooth. Yesterday was a rain day, so I did Wednesday's route today, and I'm doing some of Thursday's route now because the truck goes in for commercial safety tomorrow morning, and I should have that back before the end of the morning, and then I'll be able to start Thursday's route when I get the truck back. So, good Lord. People, man. Most people, 99% of people are good. You just get 1% of crazies. You see the lawn guy with a leaf blower. Oh, he's there cutting the grass. Not, oh, he's only leaf blowing. Dude, come on. Oh, whatever. I'm going to cut this property real quick. Before I do that, I'm considering sending him an email saying like, hey, I don't appreciate you basically calling me a liar. I expect an apology. I mean, should I do something like that, or should I just leave it? Or should I drop him? What would you do? Let me know in the comments below. This is a quick little story time of just a bizarre encounter with a client. I don't know if you like this stuff, but this is the kind of stuff you deal with, man. Not very often, but it happens. It happens when you're dealing with the public, like customer service. You get weird situations, and this is a weird situation. The grandstand actually handles this one quite well. The camera probably doesn't do justice, but it's a pretty big hill. I'll hit it straight on most of the time, But sometimes I'll go sideways, sometimes we'll go diagonal. It's just up and down is definitely like, I don't know, the safest. When you do any other direction, it gets a little squirrely, but this one grows nice. They treat it. Down here, not so much, especially with all the drought that we've had. Any rain, any nutrients, these trees just suck it all up. So normally around big trees, you'll see the lawn not doing as hot as the rest of the lawn, but up there we're looking good. This one stripes up pretty nicely. Make sure we take a thorough video because we don't want anybody else saying that we didn't do it. God. Snap a quick picture. The problem is, good Lord, dude. The problem with the one, we got the battery thing on here. It's not gonna work. I take photos of every property that I service after I'm done. The problem with the one that the guy is questioning me on is that I took a picture of the front lawn, and the front lawn basically looks the freaking same. Like, it doesn't grow that well. So it barely looks like anything was done. The back, however, if I took a picture of the back, you could clearly see that it was just cut. Like, you can see that it was freshly edged up, and you know, there's a little bit of striping going on, but I mean, it's dry and just faintly green, and I barely took anything off. So I might be SOL on it if the neighbors don't say, yeah, I was there, which is frustrating. Like, I would never pull something like that, and I can't expect them to like trust. I mean, you should. I mean, you see all the reviews. You signed up with me for a reason. We spoke on the phone. We had like a 25-minute conversation. We actually had a 25-minute conversation a couple of weeks ago. And this guy basically called him, he straight up called himself an asshole. I'll put my seatbelt on for you. This guy called himself an asshole. I'm not gonna tell you the whole story just for, you know, confidentiality. I don't need to tell their whole life story. But he like did something at his place of employment that changed the way things were done, and then got blacklisted from every other got blacklisted from every other possible occupation in that field. How do I word this? Yeah, he got blacklisted from every other possible job that he could have gotten in that field of work because of what he did. Because of assholes like me, is what he said. Because I'm an asshole. Dude, maybe this guy, just like the other dude, people are so weird. Like, if you have a red flag from the get, trust your gut and maybe don't service that person. Like the other guy that scammed me, I had a red flag. I had something happened, and I just, like, you raise an eyebrow, it's like, odd. And then this dude, something happened earlier on, just did something, said something where it's like, odd. When those odd things happen, cut ties before fucked shit happens, for lack of better words, pardon my French, but oh yeah, gotta love it. Anyways, just a little story time, dealing with crazy old men who rely on their security system and think the world's out to get them. We're not out to get you, buddy. I'm just here to cut your frickin' lawn so your neighbors don't complain. Yeah. Have a great rest of your week. Have a good weekend. I'll see you Tuesday.